Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC stock, GME stock, and SPY stock. This is your daily update and prediction for AMC, GME, and SPY. So hopefully you guys are having a great day, DataZero family. If you want to join the DataZero family, all you have to do is press subscribe. So press that subscribe button right now to start getting the keys and knowledge of technical analysis, day trading, and also macro investing, as well as financial freedom. If you want to get on this journey, go ahead and get with this movement. We are building something special on this channel. If you want to get involved, check out the live streams and go ahead and watch the end of this video. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC stock, GME stock, and SPY stock. This is going to be your daily update and prediction on where I think we are headed in the near future for these asset classes. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, and data and see what we have going on. So again, on SPY, the first thing I want to point out on SPY is we did have this bear flag form on SPY. I pointed this out very early in the morning and said, hey, SPY is going to be having more downside. I also said on my weekly update and prediction that I do think SPY is going to be moving to the downside, and you guys can see that is coming to fruition. I still think AMC and GME are going to be having a green week. That is my prediction, and I think SPY is going to be having a red week. Again, I said green week for AMC and GME, red week for SPY, and that was your prediction over this weekend, which I give every weekend. A green weekly candle or red weekly candle, I give that prediction. Now, you guys can see that this bear flag did play out. SPY went down and filled this gap. It went right down to the scale, fill this gap. And if you have not seen the live streams yet, you want to see these live streams because I call all of this out live. So basically, I gave this call out live. Also, I gave a call out on AMC, letting everyone know that the bottom was going to be at $7.33. I let everyone know that. Now, I did say $7.38 to be exact, so I was off about 4 or 5 cents, depending on what chart you look at. But again, I did call out the bottom, and we got a beautiful bounce to the upside after we got that, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But again, you want to watch these live streams because I do give these call outs live, and you want to watch them from market open to market close. That is when I will be streaming. But as you guys can see, we did have this bear flag play out. You guys can see that we went and filled this gap and had this move to the upside. Now, again, I do think we are going to see a bit of recovery for SPY. You can see the 2-hour MACD has flipped green. You can see that the 4-hour MACD is starting to curl to the upside. If we also put on the super trend, you can see that we do have buy signals here on these smaller time frames, on the 10-minute time frame and on the 15-minute time frame and on the 30-minute time frame. So we are seeing buy signals forming on the smaller time frames and a V-shaped style recovery on SPY. In the morning, I think we could see a little bit of pullback, pre-testing these lower lows and then getting a pump back to the upside. I do think we're probably going to see a green day on SPY. Now, we do want to watch very carefully of the key levels of 443, 443.92, 443.92, because if SPY can break above that, it could potentially go all the way up to fill this gap at 450. But again, the trend is your friend, and overall the trend is looking like it's down. So SPY has to fill this gap very quickly, because if not, it's going to have major resistance here. As you guys can see, this orange sloping resistance is going to be in effect, and it's going to have major resistance, making it very hard for SPY to come up and fill this gap. So we could see a capitulation for SPY here very shortly. And again, I think we could see a crash between the dates of September 20th to October the 4th, and that is starting tomorrow, that we will be entering that phase when we could potentially see a crash. We also have FOMC meeting tomorrow. And we have GDP growth on the 28th. So you're going to want to watch for these data sets because they could cause an overall reaction in the market. I do think we are going to be raising rates. Why do I think we're going to be raising rates? Because the inflation is out of control, guys. Inflation is out of control. You guys can see that the data that we got from last inflation numbers is not good, and inflation did go up. So I do think the Fed is going to be raising rates. Now, if we go ahead and look at Bitcoin is slowly starting to creep up. I do think Bitcoin is going to decouple from the stock market. If you go ahead and look at the overall macro in Bitcoin, we're breaking out of a falling wedge. You have a buy signal in the super trend. Last time we had these buy signals, you see major rallies in Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Also, if you go ahead and look at the MACD on the monthly time frame, it is flipped green. Last time we had that, we had a major rally in Bitcoin. Last time we had both the buy signal and the on the weekly time frame super trend and monthly MACD, we've had this rally and this rally. So we've had major rallies when Bitcoin has seen both of these things in conjunction. And again, I do think Bitcoin overall is in a different phase of the overall macro cycle. So I think Bitcoin is actually in the disbelief rally, as this was the overall euphoria rally, then this was complacency. This was your complacency here, drop down into anger and depression. This is your disbelief rally. Now, I do think SPY is in overall, basically this is euphoria, drop down into complacency stage, and then we're going to drop down into anger and depression with this bear flag. When it breaks out and breaks to the downside, this is a bear flag, and we're going to see a move to the downside, testing these lower lows for SPY. So that's what I'm looking at for SPY on the macro and Bitcoin on the macro. Again, when Bitcoin starts to take off, altcoins will take off, and I am loaded up on Bitcoin and altcoins. I am loaded up on SQQQ because I think the market will be crashing, and if the market crashes, SQQQ will be pumping, and SQQQ is making higher lows and looking extremely bullish on the macro time frame. Green weekly MACD, bullish for SQQQ. In my personal opinion, bearish for the overall market. So again, that is what I'm looking at for the overall market. I do think we're going to be seeing a green day tomorrow and a pop to the upside. Okay, so I think we're going to see a little bit of push to the upside on a green day tomorrow. We're going to watch because we are going to be retesting these lows of 4420.30 and possibly 441.55. If we can hold these levels of support, we are going to see a push to the upside, retesting 443.81 and 444.16. So guys, this is what I'm looking at for SPY. Those are your levels of support and resistance, and that is what I am thinking. And again, what the price path would kind of look like is something like this, retesting this lower low, getting a bounce with an overall green day. So that's what I'm looking at for SPY, basically a flat consolidation day, but it would be a green day, and that is what I'm looking at for SPY. Let's go ahead and look at GameStop stock, and see what's going on with GameStop. So GameStop is in a potential bear flag. Okay, it's still in a potential bear flag, and also still has the potentiality of a head and shoulders. Now, we did see GameStop hit the price target that I did say of $17.20. If you watch my last video, which you need to watch each and every video to get all of this information, I said GameStop's going to be coming down to retest $7.20, and you can see that's exactly what happened. GameStop came down to retest $7.20, but we could still see GameStop play out this overall head and shoulder shape and come back down to about $16.90. I repeat, $16.90. So you could see GameStop overall still come back down, basically, and I'll show you what a price path that would look like, but basically come back down, and then you would see a move like this, and that would form an overall head and shoulders, and then we could see a huge return back to the upside for GameStop. Also, this would be retesting sloping macro resistance. You can see the sloping macro resistance here marked in turquoise. It would be retested with that move to the downside, and that would again give us a big retest of that macro sloping resistance on the larger time frame for this huge breakout of the falling wedge, which if the falling wedge breaks out on the larger time frames is going to be extremely bullish. You can see that the weekly MACD is starting to curl up, so I do believe GameStop is setting up for a move. All of the macro is still in play with the macro triple bottom, as well as the breakout of the possible falling wedge if we see a retest of these lower levels and then a pop to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at for GameStop. Again, I do think it is going to be a little bit of a push to the downside before seeing an overall pop to the upside. I do think the pop to the upside is going to be very, very fast and very, very quick. We do want to make sure GameStop can hold the support levels of $17.50. If it cannot hold that, it is going to be coming down to these lower levels to fill that overall head and shoulders. That is at $16.90. So again, I do think GameStop could be potentially retesting that lower level before a bounce to the upside. We do still have the sell signal on the hourly time frame, on the 2-hour time frame, and the 4-hour time frame. So again, GameStop is looking a little bit bearish here in the short term, but in the long term, it is looking extremely bullish. If GameStop can hold $17.50 as support, then we could see GameStop negate that overall head and shoulders and start to build a bullish base
base, coming back up to test the higher highs of 1861. So that's what I'm looking at for GameStop stock. Let's go ahead and give you guys the short interest reported by Fintel for GameStop, and then give you the data for AMC, and then do the technical analysis for AMC. So this is going to be Ortex numbers here, and we'll go ahead and give you AMC's numbers. So it's at 13.10% on AMC, and again, as long as short interest is still there, there's still shorts, and the short squeeze is not done. Utilization is at 63.31%. Cost to borrow is at 6.43%. Shares on loan is 29 million. That's going to be for AMC. GameStop short interest is at 19.36%. Utilization is 87%. Cost to borrow is 3.66%. Shares on loan is 72 million. Days on cover is 25.77. So that's going to be for GameStop. As far as news for AMC, the only thing is going to be the shareholder meeting coming up. And then also we do have FTD closeout dates for all of September. As you guys can see, FTD is all the way up until October the 3rd, which happens to be in line with the move that we are going to possibly see. And we have a 50 million FTD spike here back in August. Let's go ahead and show you guys the short interest reported by Fintel. Right now it is sitting at 14.71%. Cost to borrow is sitting at about 3.58%. Then you guys can see they do have, and we'll go ahead and show you guys, we do have 1.8 million short shares available to borrow, and we also have a nice gamma ramp here at the $8 and $9 level. So again, if we can maintain $8 and go to $9, you're going to see AMC absolutely fly and pump to the upside because of the gamma ramp and the technicals. Now just ignore the tree that I drew. Sometimes I get a little bored watching the charts on the live stream, so I just drew this little bit of landscape behind Amy. So you can call this Amy land or whatever you want to call it, but we do have this falling wedge right here, and we are possibly breaking out of this falling wedge. Now, I don't see an initial retest, so we could actually have to come back down and retest these lower lows of $7.66 before a big pump to the upside. So basically, every time you have a falling wedge, you need to retest the wedge as support. So we could see a big move back down before a big pump back to the upside. Now, what I'm going to do is give you guys the technicals here, but again, we do have this falling wedge. I marked it here during the stream, and you can see we did get this breakout of the falling wedge, and then I have price targets marked here in purple. Now again, if we do have a retest, we could see it go all the way up to the price targets, or we could have to see it come back down and retest and then launch up. But we did break this sloping resistance, and I did say on my previous videos, if we did break the sloping resistance, you're going to see a big pop up for Amy, and that's exactly what we've seen, a big pop up after we broke that sloping resistance. If you go ahead and check my previous video that I just dropped yesterday, I did say that. Now again, there is no retest, but guys, Amy is still looking bullish. Again, there's no retest on the sloping resistance, so we could have to come back down, but for right now, Amy is still looking bullish. So I can only tell you what the charts are telling me, and right now it does look like we could make a move up, and we do have this gap fill at $8.39. So gaps always get filled, and we do have this gap fill that's still up here. You guys can see it. Now, if we can break above $8.45, you could see a major move for Amy. If we can break above $8.45 using that as support, you could see a major move for Amy. Again, it would have to be confirmed as support, so we're going to be watching $8.45. And again, Amy is looking bullish. I do think we could see another move up tomorrow. Today was absolutely insane. I did call out the bottom at $7.38, letting everyone know that Amy was basically playing out a head and shoulders. So I basically identified the head and shoulders. Right here is your shoulder, right here is your head, and then right here was your shoulder, which was forming over the morning. We seen Amy basically dump down, and then if you watch my stream, I'd showed that Amy would get a recovery at this level here and get a big Nike style recovery back to the upside, and that is exactly what we've seen Amy do. She did not disappoint. She came all the way down to this level at $7.38 and then did get a Nike style recovery back to the upside. So this is what I'm looking at for Amy right now. And as far as where I think she's going to be headed, I do think we're going to be filling the gaps here. We have gaps at we have this gap here at $30 to $40, and then we also have the gap fill here on at $12 to $11, around that range. And then we also have a gap down here. So I do think we are going to be filling the gaps I do think Amy's going to be moving to the upside. You can see that RSI is extremely low, and we have a bullish MACD. RSI being this low is a potentiality for a short squeeze. At the very least, it's a potentiality for a rally, okay? RSI being under 30 is a potentiality for a rally at the very least. We have daily MACD green. Again, it is looking extremely bullish overall. We're also making higher low setup. We're making a higher low setup. As you guys can see, this is your low, or this is your low, and then this is your low. So that's going to be a higher low setup. So again, Amy looking extremely bullish in my personal opinion as we break out of this falling wedge marked here in purple. So where do I think we're going to be headed tomorrow? I do think we're going to see a bit of a pullback. We're going to want to watch $8, $8.08, and $8. We're going to want to watch that and make sure that is used as support. Probably going to be retested in the morning. We'll see a drop down to here or here, maybe even all the way down to $7.80. Then we'll see a recovery back to the upside and possibly get a green day. So I do think Amy could have a bit of consolidation tomorrow. We did just have a decent push up and retest these lower levels. If we can get another retest and get a higher low setup, so basically you have $7.33 as your first low, and then you would have $7.80 as your second low, we could see an explosive move for Amy, especially if she can test these lower levels and then get all the way back above $8.45. She could blow, okay? She could absolutely start to moon. And again, for Amy, in my personal opinion, I do think we're going to see a move in between that September 20th and October 4th date. And basically, if Amy took off right now and filled the gaps, if she only filled the gaps, that doesn't even count a rally if she goes past the gaps. If she only filled the gaps, that would be a 434% gain. So I will be there to capture those gains because I did buy more AMC. And again, the DataZero family and everyone is eating off of the moves and plays again. So you want to check this out. You want to check out the live stream. You want to hit up the Discord. You want to get involved with this. Again, get with the movement or get left behind. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. This is the technical analysis and data that I have for you. Again, I'm thinking we're going to see a little bit of pullback for Amy here in the morning, basically retesting these lows. It could retest either again these lower lows of $7.90, $7.80, $8, and $8.08, retesting those lows before getting a bounce to the upside. Where it finds its bottom is going to determine how fast it can get back up to that $8.45 level. If we can get back above $8.45, we're going to see a nice move. Again, we could see a bit of consolidation tomorrow. I want to see Amy push up, but I can only tell you what the charts are telling me. It looks like she's setting up for a bullish move overall, but might need a little bit of consolidation before making this move again. But we do have a massive bullish engulfing candle here on the 2-hour time frame and the 4-hour time frame, so we could see a big move here for Amy, especially if she can break above $8.25 and $8.45. This would confirm the bullish engulfing if we break above $8.25. If we break above $8.45, you would see a massive breakout to the upside. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. Again, the MACD is looking very, very bullish on all time frames. As far as the macro goes, Amy will be refilling the gaps. GME that has a gap fill at $40 and $70. I think SPY is going to be pushing to the downside and seeing an overall crash. And I think Bitcoin is going to be moving to the upside, and meme stocks are going to be moving to the upside as SPY starts to move to the downside. And this is on the macro time frame, the weekly and monthly time frames. But guys, if you found that video informative, go ahead and press a like and press subscribe. That is a great way to help me out. Also, sharing the video helps me out. Share it on your social media. And also remember, I have a Twitter and Discord. The Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite. It literally pays for itself with the call options and stock plays that I do put out. Again, I do put out plays for shares, call options, and also crypto trades. I post plenty of winners so you guys can see them, and we also post them inside of the Discord. Also, it is a group of like-minded people and individuals. If you want to get involved with that, people on the road to financial freedom, some of them are already there, some of them are on their way there, but we are all on that journey of financial freedom. If you want to get involved with a group of like-minded people that are winning and are seeing progress, go ahead and hit me up. DataZero Official 5. DataZero Official 5 is the email. Everything is linked down in the comment section and description, but DataZero Official 5 is the email. Just hit me up and say, hey, I want to join the Discord. I'll send you payment information. It's paid by via PayPal or Cash App. Once you make payment, I'll send you the link. It's as easy as that. And guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that watched the end of this video to see this message. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Alright, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. The Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite, but it does end up paying for itself, especially if you do make trades. Now, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that watched to this end of the video. And again, leave a comment and press subscribe to help out. Press like and press subscribe to join the DataZero family. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.